Hello, my name is Natalie Sanger, and I'm the Chief Resource Geologist for TUDOR Gold. TUDOR is currently advancing the Treaty Creek Gold Project in British Columbia's Golden Triangle. Today, I'll be providing an update of our 2021 program at Treaty Creek. Before I begin, please note that this presentation may include forward-looking statements. Investors in TUDOR Gold have an extraordinary opportunity to capitalize on one of the most exciting gold projects currently being developed. TUDOR Gold holds a 60% interest in the Treaty Creek property, which hosts a mineral resource of 19.4 million ounces of gold equivalent, grading 0.74 grams per ton gold equivalent in the measured and indicated categories alone, with an additional 7.9 million ounces gold equivalent, grading 0.79 grams per ton gold equivalent in the inferred category. Treaty Creek is located along a mineral trend hosting over 100 million ounces of gold. The Golden Triangle area of British Columbia is a top-tier mining jurisdiction and is known for a mature infrastructure system and its strong relationships and support from local First Nations. We have recently completed a 30,000-meter drilling program, which is focused on increasing the current resource and targeting new discoveries. TUDOR has a top management team and is supported by strong investors. Mr. Storm, our president and CEO, has an exceptional track record with over 50 years experience across a number of industries, including forestry, mining, and oil and gas. His largest success in mining was co-funding and financing the startup of Osisko Mining and assisting in the growth of the company to a market cap of $4.5 billion prior to its sale in 2014. Ken Conkin, our VP of Exploration and Project Development, is an award-winning geologist with over 35 years of exploration experience across several continents. However, he has spent many years in the Golden Triangle and was instrumental in the discovery and development of both Snowfield and Valley of the Kings deposits, the latter which is now known as the high-grade Brucejack mine. I've had the pleasure of working under Ken's direction for the discovery and delineation of both of those projects. TUDOR Gold is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol TUD. The company has 191 million shares issued, which are trading around $2 per share, giving the company a market cap of around 385 million. Shares in the company are tightly held, with Mr. Storm and Mr. Sprott holding just under 50%. Our claim packages total 35,000 hectares in the heart of the Golden Triangle. This area is a prolific mining region, home to several past producing mines, which are indicated on the map with the blue dots and the red dots indicating our current producers. It would be hard to pick a better location for exploration and mining. 20 kilometers from Treaty Creek is a paved all-weathered highway with a transmission line running alongside it. Currently, the property can be accessed by land in the winter and by a short helicopter trip in the spring, summer, and fall. An airstrip is located 40 kilometers to the north, and a deep water port facility is 80 kilometers to the south out of the town of Stewart. The Treaty Creek has access to year-round running water, which is crucial for exploration and drilling. TUDOR works closely with the local Indigenous groups, including the Tahltan Central Government, who we have signed an agreement for communications and engagement and opportunity sharing. Our properties are strategically positioned next to some of the largest undeveloped gold and copper resources in the world. Seabridge's deposits are located in between TUDOR's Treaty Creek property, which is to the north, and the Crown property, which is to the south. Seabridge's measured and indicated resources total over 76 million ounces of gold and 17 billion pounds of copper. The Goldstorm Copper Bell deposits at Treaty Creek contribute to the regional undeveloped resource with our 19.4 million ounce gold equivalent measured and indicated resource. Also of note are Pretium Resources Brucejack Mine, which is a gold silver producer, and Skeena Resources SK Creek, a past producer which is now going through pre-feasibility to go back into production. Our SK North property is strategically located adjacent to the SK property. TUDOR is proposing a spinoff company with the Crown property, which is anticipated to occur by the end of this year. This would reward TUDOR's investors with 1 share of the new company for every 4 shares of TUDOR. Our Goldstorm Copper Bell deposit, which was the subject of our recent resource estimate, is the northernmost discovered porphyry-style deposit in a series that are related to the Sulphurets thrust fault. Goldstorm Copper Bell is highlighted here in red. and Seabridge's deposits are in blue, and the resource numbers are listed as gold content. The long section of the Goldstorm Copper Bell deposit shows the immense size of the resource, which currently reaches well over a kilometer in depth and over 1,500 meters along the strike, which is still open. The discovery of the system started with Copper Bell, which is the shallower body of mineralization, and exploration has since been extending the deposit to the north as well as the east and the west. Our mineral resource estimate is summarized here. The table separates the in-pit and out-of-pit resources in the top and middle tables respectively, with the total resource summarized in the bottom table. The deposit is gold dominant with 90% of the resource ounces in gold, an additional 130 million ounces of silver, and 1.4 billion pounds of copper, adding that extra value. The deposits are separated into 4 domains. Each of these domains are currently open along strike and at depth. Within each domain, we see exceptional intercepts of mineralization with respect to both the grade and the length. The intercepts with the stars are highlights from this year's drilling program, these ones here, which are some of our highest grade intercepts to date. The host rocks in the system consist of an extensive series of intermediate volcanic breccias, which are punctuated with intermediate intrusives and intrusive breccias. The alteration and veining styles are typical of gold-copper porphyry systems. Gold is pervasively in place throughout the deposit in multiple phases of mineralization. Broadly, gold is associated with pervasive pyrite emplacement, and additionally, visible gold exists in quartz carbonate veinings in the upper domains, and this was encountered in 20% of the 2020 drill holes. This has the potential to increase gold grades in a bulk tonnage mining scenario. Higher grade intercepts are also associated with copper, lead, zinc, and silver sulfides, such as this semi-massive quartz chalcopyrite pyrite vein, which returned an impressive grade of 29 grams per ton gold equivalent. Our 2021 exploration program focused on the perfect storm area to the south, the Eureka zone, which is where most of the historic work at Treaty has been conducted, and the calm before the storm zone, which was previously glaciated. The resource definition drilling program included step-out drilling to explore the boundaries of the Goldstorm system. The drilling at Goldstorm produced some of our most successful intercepts to date. The plan view on the left shows the location of 2 of our holes, GS21, 112, and 113, 112 there and 113, which are both step-out holes. The 300 horizon surprised us with exceptional grades with an intersection of 456 meters of 1.35 grams per ton gold equivalent, and the CS600, which is where most of our copper is, had the highest copper grades that we've encountered to date with exceptional gold grades. That intercept ran 405 meters of 1.4 grams per ton gold equivalent. Hole 112 encountered a high-grade intercept of our DS5 system with a 219-meter intercept of just over 1.2 grams per ton gold equivalent. Additional drilling has been completed in these areas, and we are currently awaiting those results. Beyond the Goldstorm Copper Bell deposits, the exploration potential at Treaty Creek is truly immense. Our perfect storm zone on the left side of the section was tested this year with 3 300-meter step-out holes and continued to show impressive mineralization. Our last hole, PS2106, intercepted 118 meters of 0.72 grams per ton gold equivalent right at surface. Perfect Storm is currently open in all directions and as is the area in between Copper Bell, Perfect Storm, as is our Goldstorm deposit. This photo is taken just south of the Treaty property line, looking northeast onto the property. In the foreground, you can see Seabridge's Iron Cap deposit, and you can also see the continuous rusty tone of the altered rocks throughout the entire area as you look northeast onto the Treaty Creek property. Our perfect storm zone sits right at the intersection of sulfurites and Brucejack faults, which we feel is exceptionally advantageous as these regional structures are known to be associated with large, precious, and base metal systems. To summarize the success of our 2021 season, we completed over 30,000 meters of drilling at Treaty Creek. At Goldstorm, we intercepted some of the best mineralization to date with step-out holes GS21, 112, and 113. At Perfect Storm, we reported our best intercept to date and successfully vectored towards higher grade mineralization. We successfully tested the Eureka zone and reported a near surface intercept of 0.76 grams per ton gold equivalent over 217.5 meters. And we drill tested the calm before the storm zone with 3 drill holes. We're still awaiting those results. What investors need to remember about us is that we have an exceptionally large gold resource at Goldstorm, and the limits of the deposit have not yet been defined. The jurisdiction is extremely favorable for developing mines with respect to the geopolitical climate and the mature infrastructure system. We have extensive experience in developing mines, and we are committed to creating value to our shareholders with the spin-out of the Crown property. Thank you so much for your attention. I look forward to speaking in greater detail with you at the conference.